Once upon a time in the middle of winter, the queen sat sewing by her window. As she pricked her finger, 3 drops of blood fell upon the snow. She wished for a child as white as snow, red as blood and black as ebony. Soon after, her wish came true. A beautiful baby girl was born. Bells rang, flowers were thrown in the streets, and the people sang,
"Long live the little princess, Snow White."
But sadly, the good queen did not live long after the birth. The king remarried a new queen who was proud and vain. She owned a magic mirror, and every day she asked,
"Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?"
Queen, you are fair, but Snow White is fairer than you.
In jealousy, the queen ordered a huntsman to take Snow White into the forest and kill her. With pity in his heart, the huntsman lowered his knife and whispered,
"Run, Snow White, run far away and never come back to the castle."
Snow White runs deep into the forest until she finds a tiny cottage. As Snow White stepped inside the cozy cottage, she gasped in delight. 7 tiny beds, 7 chairs, and a little table all neatly set for supper. Exhausted from her escape, Snow White found refuge in the tiny cottage and drifted into peaceful sleep. When the 7 dwarfs came home from the mines, they were amazed a beautiful girl was fast asleep inside their little cottage. The next morning, Snow White slowly opened her eyes and smiled. The 7 dwarfs gathered around her, surprised but delighted as she told them her story. The kind dwarfs smiled and said,
"Stay with us, Snow White. You can cook, sing, and keep our home bright and happy."
Snow White gladly agreed. But far away in her castle, the evil queen gazed into her magic mirror, and to her horror, it whispered,
Snow White still lives, and is fairer than you.
The next morning, the evil queen came to the cottage with a basket of ribbons.
"Pretty ribbons for sale. Come, my dear, try one. It will make you even more beautiful."
The old woman smiled kindly and offered Snow White a shiny red ribbon. Trusting her, Snow White let her tie it too tight to breathe, and in moments, she fainted to the floor. The dwarfs returned home, only to find Snow White lying still, cold as snow. With gentle hands, one dwarf cut the crimson ribbon and the spell was broken. The kind dwarfs smiled and said,
"Don't let any strangers in again."
With the spell broken, Snow White and the dwarfs returned to their happy day singing, laughing, and filling the cozy cottage with warmth, music, and joy once more. But far away, the evil queen soon discovered the truth. Disguised as an old peddler, the evil queen returns, with a poisoned comb gleaming with dark magic.
"Oh, my dear, such beautiful hair. This comb from my travels will make it shine even more. Try it and see how lovely you can look."
The old peddler gently combed Snow White's hair with the poisoned comb. In moments, the spell took hold, and Snow White fell into a deep, enchanted sleep. The dwarfs returned and found Snow White lying still. They quickly pulled the poisoned comb from her hair, and she woke with a gasp.
"Beware, Snow White. The evil queen may come to you in disguise. Keep the door shut."
"I promise. I will be careful."
Days passed peacefully in the forest. Snow White sang sweet songs to the birds and animals, her laughter filling the air. Surrounded by friends, she lived happily and forgot all her fears. The evil queen stood before her magic mirror and asked,
"Who is the fairest of them all?"
Snow White still lives.
In her secret chamber, the evil queen mixed a dark potion and whispered a spell. Green smoke filled the room. In the dark candle-lit chamber, The evil queen, now a wrinkled old crone, crafted her most deadly spell. Green mist swirled as she marked a glowing rune on the red apple, whispering,
"One bite, and Snow White will sleep forever."
In the forest, Snow White met an old woman with a shiny red apple.
Just one bite, dear, and your dreams will come true.
Oh, thank you, kind lady.
Snow White lifted the shiny red apple and took a gentle bite. At once, her smile faded and the forest fell silent. The dwarfs searched the forest and found Snow White lying pale and still beneath the trees. Their hearts ached as they knelt beside her, calling her name in sorrow. With heavy hearts, the dwarfs gently laid Snow White into a crystal coffin. Through the quiet forest, the prince rode his white horse, led by a mysterious feeling. The prince discovered Snow White lying in a crystal coffin, her beauty untouched by time.
Oh, you're the one I've been searching for, Snow White.
The prince's gentle kiss awoke Snow White, and the forest came alive once more, filled with love, laughter, and joy. Snow White and the prince rode through the sunlit forest toward the castle, their hearts full of love, ready to live happily ever after.